Welcome back to TL's Hobby Center. Today, we are going over Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. And this is a unique figure. It has the concept Corvette that they came out with just for this movie. It's definitely a unique looking car. They use a almost like a matte or semi-gloss paint, and it's a silver, but it's also one of those silvers that you have to be gentle with or it'll start chipping off, kind of like how his back bumper is. But unique thing that this car does is the exhaust tips. They are movable. We move it around, so that's kind of neat because it's kind of like how it's blowing through. This is a Stingray model, obviously. Rolls around. He's not. He's about a little bit wider than a typical deluxe class compared to the two. I don't know why the trunk's not closing all the way, but we'll figure that out once we transform it. But yeah, he's a unique figure. I have a couple of different versions of this guy. I have the one from Dark of the Moon where he's convertible. I have my original ones I had growing up. I have a red one. I think I even have a blue and yellow one that's like a unique color. So he's like a race model, I think is what that one is. So, but let's go ahead and get this thing transformed. And what we'll start off to do is we're going to go ahead and pop his arms out, which is right here. They'll swivel up. And it's this whole entire side. So I'll pop that up too. So that way that's there. Push those up to the side, like so. And we can pop the hands out, like that. They're in these little guppies. Just like that. Then we'll disconnect the front from the legs. It should just kind of pop down, like that. I'll disconnect the hood. Split off into a few pieces, keep it off to the side. And then, from here, we are going to then get this to be pulled down all the way. Slide this all the way around the front. Pop that up. Slide this to get locked in place like so. Unless it just doesn't want to go down all the way. It might be what the problem is. But that's fine. We'll figure that out. Lock that down in place. These you can leave out to the side kind of if you really want to. I like to kind of fold them up and tuck them towards his back. I think he had like some kind of wing style thing going on in the movie. Kind of like that. And then the feet, he will drop down, twist the front bumper piece towards you, then rotate that, and fold the back down. Do the same on the other side. Rotate down, fold, lock in place. And then the last thing you do is you adjust his waist up, like so. And that is it. So, one of the big downfalls I have for this figure is how he stands. He's a hard figure to keep balanced just because of how the wheel setup is. Even though, yes, he moves on his wheels in the movie, it's hard for him to keep balance. Sometimes you gotta separate the these wheel locks that he has and then point his toes down towards the table so that way it doesn't fall over. But other than that, not too bad. He has some cool movements going on with his knees. If you bend it, you can see there's a rod back here. It changes how it's pressing this blue piece in, so it expands. So that's a cool like Technic thing they were doing before there was Technic things. Another one is his blade. So he'll go and separate, but you do one, it does them both, and then it turns into his blade. So that's kind of neat that they have that like mechanism built into him. And same with the other arm. The other arm does the same exact thing. Because he always had blades in the first movie, The Dark of the Moon. He ended up switching the weapons. or different types of weapons. And then this is also one of the figures that has the blue crystal in the back of his head, so you can put a light behind it and it would actually shine his eyes up. He looks like Sideswipe from the movie mostly, for the most part. He has a cool little Autobot symbol on the top of him too. And then these little, I don't even know what you would call them, like little springs or rods, also move around on his legs too when you move them. Which I have my original one that's like this one. One of these, like I think it's actually the same one that actually broke on mine. This one's not there yet, but I'm trying to be as fragile as I can because these figures are now 10 years old. So time flies. But all in all, he's not too bad. He has a big back. He's a backpacker. Got a heavy backpack on his back is also a reason why he's hard to stand too. But not a bad figure in all. He's a little bit shorter if you're comparing head to head to Bumblebee from Revenge of the Fallen also. But his backpack sticks up a little bit higher than Bumblebee's doors. So he's not too bad of a figure though. I mean, he's good size comparison. I think he is about the same size as Bumblebee. I think they claimed him to be like 16 foot or 20 foot, something like that. So kind of makes sense. It's also GM, so everything's about the same length in cars. So it only makes sense to make him about the same height in robot form as well. So I would give this one, I don't know, maybe like a 6 out of 10 for being up there in my top favorites. He's there, but he's not there. Just, he's too hard of a figure to pose. He's better off left in my opinion, car mode, because I like car mode better. But, I mean, he still looks like Sideswipe, though. I mean, that's what it is. But let's go and transform him back. But before I do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave a comment in the comments. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this figure. If you guys grew up with him, let me know. I want to hear. So, first thing we're going to do is get his blades back in place. And then we'll get his legs transformed first. Pivot the piece out, move it forward, lock them up. Fold up, pivot forward, lock them up. Just like so. Pull his thighs down, lock that in place, like so. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and expand his backpack again. We'll leave that open for right now because we have to get stuff moved around. So we'll go ahead and unhook everything here. Make sure his head can go all the way down. Like that. And this should just lock over top. Well, that. No, I'm not really sure why he's not locking in place, but problem for another day. I think this one might actually already been like that. I just can't remember. So lock the hood in place, swing that around, make sure you get the two pieces of the cowl panel over top of the windshield. Then we'll drop this down and lock everything in place for the legs. This is a figure you won't want to transform too much because you'll scratch too much paint off, unfortunately. But I have definitely played with mine quite a lot. I think it's actually still held up relatively well for what it is. Lock everything in place. Like good light. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's sticking up, but it is what it is. But there we go. he's back in his car mode. But this is why I kind of like the car mode a little bit better. I mean, other than that part being up like that, but it looks nice and all that. It's the new concept, so I mean, it's kind of cool that they can develop something like this and form it down into something small that transforms even, or some people call it morph. But very cool. I like the car mode better. Like I said, he was a 6 out of 10 for my ranking, but that's also my opinion. But would you guys rank it out of your figures or the ones I've showed you so far? Leave it in the comments, and we will catch you on the next Transformers build. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.